Hey guys, this is Coach Speck. I'm just going to give you some instructions on how you can complete this bonus assignment, this little bonus project for Chapter 12 while we are technically off for the week of 4th of July. I think that this project is probably the right amount of work for 30 points. 30 points is the value of a quiz, so I don't want this to be a ton of work, but at the same time I don't want it to be too quick and easy either. So I think it's a pretty good balance. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the lab activities out of the textbook from Chapter 12, which is involving textbook cost. And you guys are going to do a little bit of research, collect a sample, and then you'll analyze the data, which at this moment, looking at these terms, may not make a lot of sense to you. So you'll have to read Chapter 12 and understand what's going on. Work some homework problems perhaps, and then you should be able to answer the questions in this on this lab activity. So I would expect that you might want to print this off and fill the table out by hand. You can answer these questions in the blanks provided. That's no problem. I do want you, though, for the discussion questions, I would like for you to print those, type them out, not print them, but type them out in Google Docs, and submit them in Google Classroom that way. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a boost in terms of finding data. Okay, the directions are a little bit vague. It says survey 10 textbooks. Okay, it doesn't really tell you where to find those textbooks or what kind of textbooks to look for. So I'm going to try to give you some parameters. What I would recommend is, since we're in an introductory statistics course, that you go to Amazon and you search introductory statistics. Okay, we'll use statistics textbooks for our samples, unless you have another field that perhaps you would like to do yours on. That should be fine as long as it's a college level idea. I wouldn't do Algebra 1, but you could do mechanical engineering, or you could do whatever you might be interested in, as long as it's a kind of a college level class, because I think this is going to work best under those circumstances. So first one we see here is a paperback only, so I'm going to skip over that one. This is actually our textbook, and there is a hardcover version, so if in your random sample you get our textbook, that would be fine. It has a hardcover version. For the rest of these, I think most of what we're going to find is there's going to be a rent price and a buy price, and we need to stick to the buy price so that we're comparing apples to apples as much as possible. So look for the price of a textbook new on the hardcover version. Okay. So if we go back to here for a moment, what the data is that you're supposed to collect is the number of pages and the cost of the textbook. So right here on the front page, obviously Amazon tells you the price, $206.32 for this textbook by Neil Weiss. But what it doesn't tell you immediately is the page number. So you are going to have to click on the textbook title, and then when you get down to product details, one of the first things you see is the number of pages. Okay, so it'll take a little bit of clicking through some pages and searching for some data, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Most of it can be done right here on Amazon. So again, we have many choices. Try to stick to the this one's ring bound, so that's kind of unusual, but try to stick to the hardcover textbook when available. If there's not a hardcover textbook available, then I'll leave it up to your discretion. You can either choose to skip it, or you can include it in your data, or maybe you want to go all paperback. Maybe many of these have a loose leaf or paperback version, and maybe you want to go with that. Whatever you do is fine as long as you're consistent throughout the project, and I would like for you to kind of share with me what your criteria was. So, say I sampled introductory statistics textbook, and I looked for hardcover new purchase prices. Okay, that tells me everything I need to know. Wow, there must only be one of these at $948. Anyway, so that's where I would like for you to get your data from. Okay, and however many pages of data you need to get through, maybe figure out information for 20 of them, and then use your calculator to randomly select 10 of those. Okay, I don't expect you to spend a week looking up these numbers. That's not the idea. You ought to be able to accomplish this in half an hour to an hour, I would think, without any trouble. All right, so once you've got your page numbers and your costs, then you should be able to answer the questions that are remaining on this lab activity, and hopefully you'll learn a little something about linear regression and correlation in the process. So I expect that you will work on this on your own. This is not a group project or a partner project, so it's individual. You will need to turn it in individually, and obviously you can use the internet and whatnot if you need help with things, because I'm already sending you to the internet to collect your data. But as much as possible, use your textbook, use your calculator, and do the best you can. If you do run into some obstacles, feel free to email me. I'm going out of town for a little while next week, but I'll be happy to reply to an email if as long as I'm in a place that has cell service. I think I will be for the most part. So if you have any questions on this, I'm, like I said, leaving Monday. So if you can contact me before that, then I'll definitely will be able to get back to you. Otherwise, I'll try to keep an eye out during the week. And otherwise, good luck with this. One last note on grading. Google Classroom has a, Google Classroom has a little bit of an odd way that I think I'm going to have to do this for the bonus points. Right now, if I, can I click on anybody? Oh no, here it is right here, 30 points. So right now I have it listed as 30 points. But I think in actuality what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to say 1 point, and then you can earn as many as 31 points. Or in fact, you've automatically earned 1 point, then you can earn up to 30 more for a total of 31. I think that'll probably be the best way to give you those 30 bonus points that you were promised. Because I can't set it to 0. That's the kind of the weird thing. I can't make an assignment with a 0 point value. So if for right now it's 30 points, just as a reminder of that's how many you can earn. But I think when it comes to grading time, this will be out of 1 point, but you can earn as many as 31 points. So that shouldn't really change. It won't change anything about our grade scale. So it's the same number of points to get an A as there were originally on the syllabus. So hopefully that will answer all the questions that you might have for now. As you start working on this, if you have more questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks and good luck.